All right, so I just watched the video, and this video made me hot, so I gotta keep it cool and kosher. So, in this video, this man pops up to this gentleman, and he was like, "Oh, I see you got this pendant on. It's an ankh, right?" And he was like, "You know that can bring." He's like, "That's Egyptian. That can bring demons towards you. Just attraction." Here's the thing, all right? So many things wrong with the video, in my opinion, and I definitely was triggered by it. He was using triggering words like demons, witchcraft, because most people kind of have a negative connotation with those kinds of words. Then he was also saying that that can attract, and of course that's fear mongering. Mind you, you can transmute fear and truly make it yours. I've recently done that, and by doing so, it has changed the way that I have approached life in different ways. Breathing, because as watching this, I'm getting upset, I'm getting frustrated, because it's this need to change what has been very a part of our history, this connection with spirit. And it's like you're fucking fear mongering. You don't have to necessarily agree with my choice of spiritual belief or anyone's choice of how they choose to connect with something outside this physical world, but to create a sense of fear with it and their connection to it, that blows me. After I kind of released myself from the trigger of this is what it is, this is how this person has decided to show up, I then got upset, or a little bit knowledgeable, about the fact that whether or not that person was able to say something to someone or whatever it is they said, this person immediately, as soon as that person said witchcraft and demons, this person who had this pendant, who chose this pendant, felt called to it for some reason, was like, I'm going to take it off immediately. And then it hit me. This person didn't really have a connection to what he was even carrying in the first place, because he chose it based off of something that wasn't in complete alignment with himself. Now, was that for a reason? Did he wear it for the time in which he wore it for a reason? Absolutely. But if someone was able to fucking say that a serpent can bring and attract demons or whatnot, and you immediately take off something that you valued, then guess what? It means that energy was no longer in alignment with you anyways, and that was easy peasy, because that's how it works. I had got a stone, got it coppered, fucking loved it, and immediately kind of lost it within a week or two. Not because I wanted to, but I really wasn't in alignment. Either my vibration wasn't with that stone and somebody else's vibration was, so when I lost it, someone else probably got it, because I have no clue how I even fucking lost it. I've even had things that my baby, when he was a baby, I get so sidetracked with these conversations because there's so much to say. My baby had a toy when he was an infant, and I had it on me when we left, and I did not have it when we got back home. But all of a sudden, that toy was on my floor in the living room. That has happened a lot to my baby. When he loses things, spirit brings it back to him. What is aligned with you will stay in alignment with you. And when it's no longer in alignment, it's not a you don't have to take a hard look at why it's not in alignment, because you do that or don't. But that's just how it works. My problem is that this man had this beautiful ankh with a serpent, beautiful, gorgeous, and his alignment with it was so easily disconnected with someone saying something, which meant that he didn't really have a strong understanding of it. If someone can say this attracts it, because let me tell you fucking something, it's not about what you're wearing. You can attract energies that are not great for you or whatever. If you're wearing a cross, if you're wearing fucking Crocs, if you're wearing an old ring that your family used to wear, but if there was a lot of trauma and situations, best believe that ring caught that energy and it's keeping it, which is why it's important to cleanse your things. When I see someone and like I see the bracelets and I can feel the energy, I'm like, that needs to get cleansed. That needs to get a little bit, like, freeze it, put it on your pillow, smoke it, moon it, whatever makes you feel happy. My point of this video is to acknowledge that I got triggered by someone talking about spirit and energy and how, that can attract witchcraft and demonship. And I'm just like, bro, so can this fucking shirt if it really wanted to. Like, hop off your bullshit. But then, ever just a reminder that when something is in alignment with you, it will stay in alignment with you, and no one's going to be able to shake that. And maybe that moment, I don't know, happened afterwards. Maybe he looked more into it and then developed an even stronger connection. Things happen for a reason, and sometimes it requires a shakeup for us to kind of push ourselves into a different direction or into further strengthening of whatever our direction is already.